Hello everyone and welcome to day 2 of week 7. If you remember from the day 1 video, I said that this week we would be focusing on chapter 4 and chapter 21. In the day 1 video, I talked about chapter 4, which was dealing with medical terminology. Now for the day 2 video, I'm going to be focusing on chapter 21. So chapter 21 is dealing with the body structure and its function. So when we talk about the workings of the human body, it falls into 2 categories. It either falls into anatomy or physiology. Anatomy is the study of the actual structure of an organism, where physiology deals with the function and the study of the function of an organism. But when we talk about anatomy and physiology, we also talk about diseases and disorders and how they develop within the body. That study, so the study of diseases and disorders, is called pathophysiology. So let's start actually talking about and looking at the human body and how it is organized. So the human body is organized by increasing levels of organization. Those levels are atoms, molecules, cells, tissues, and organs. So let's take a closer look at each of those levels. So the first level is an atom. And an atom is really the most basic level of organization. An atom consists of at least 1 proton, 1 neutron, and 1 electron. A proton is a positively charged particle. A neutron has no charge or no electrical current. And an electron is a negatively charged particle. When we look at those 3 elements, a proton and a neutron make up the atomic mass of an atom. And that can be found within the nucleus of the atom, so the center of the atom. So when we look at that, you've got the center that has the proton and the neutron, and then what kind of floats around outside of it is those electrons. So they're going to revolve around the nucleus. Now when all 3 combine together and they make up different combinations, those create our elements, like you would find on the periodic table. The second level of organization would be your molecules. Molecules are chemical combinations of 1 or more atoms. So you've got atoms, connect 2 of them, get a molecule. Molecules can move. So this means that molecules can either be solids, liquids, or gases. Kind of interesting to learn all that. If you went through science class in high school, you kind of learned some of that as well. Now, multiple molecules combined together form cells. So cells are the 3rd level of organization within the human body. So cells are really the most basic unit of life, and they're often considered the building blocks of the human body. The cells store information and use the molecules to perform work, and that work creates a waste that then has to be removed and disposed of. Our bodies actually have several different types of cells within them. For example, we have bone cells, nerve cells, fat cells, reproductive cells, skeletal muscle cells, blood cells, like your red blood cells and white blood cells, and then you also have smooth muscle cells. Every cell within your body is composed of 3 different parts. It has a cell membrane, a cytoplasm, and a nucleus. That brings us to our 4th level of organization within the body, which are your tissues. Now, tissues are a result of grouping of cells that share the same function and purpose. The human body itself has 4 different types of tissues. We have epithelial tissues, connective tissues, muscle tissues, and nerve tissues. And now we've reached the top of our level of organization where we talk about organs. So organs are very similar to our tissues that are made up due to a group of cells. So tissues are made up because of a group of cells. Organs are created based on a group of tissues that work together having the same function. Now once we have those organs, they work together for a common purpose, and they form what we call our body system. So our body systems are your integumentary system, your skeletal system, your muscular system, nervous system, endocrine system, cardiovascular system, blood and lymphatic systems, respiratory system, digestive system, urinary system, and finally your reproductive system. Now, when all body systems work together in order to maintain and support homeostasis in the body, your body is at perfect health. Now, I probably said a word you didn't recognize in there, homeostasis. Homeostasis is the balance or the equilibrium within our body, saying all of our systems are working correctly. Now, it's also important for you guys to understand that body systems work in one of 2 processes. They're either going to be active or passive. An active transport uses energy from the cells to carry materials to one area or another. On the opposite side of that, passive transport does not require the use of energy from your cells. What it requires to move objects are going to be things such as diffusion, osmosis, and filtration. Alright guys, that is actually where I'm going to stop for this video in the review of Chapter 21. I know that you are currently getting ready to take or are taking or have taken Structure and Function with one of our professors here at Rasmussen. So hopefully you're getting a better understanding of each of these body systems. And we'll be dealing with them a lot this week in class as well. That is all I have for you guys, and I look forward to seeing you on day 2 of week 7. Have a wonderful week, guys. Bye-bye.